My wife cheated on me and left me for another man. 3 years later, after he cheated on her too, she came back begging me to reconsider. What happened next was cold, final, and deeply satisfying. Hello, Reddit I+ here. The night she walked out, she told me I was boring, predictable, and too safe. She said she needed passion, something reckless. I remember sitting on the edge of our bed, listening to her suitcase zipper close, and realizing something strange. I was not crying. I was memorizing the moment, because deep down, I knew this would not be the end of the story. It would be the beginning of hers falling apart. We were married for 7 years, no screaming fights, no dramatic breakups, just a slow drift I did not see until it slammed into me. I worked long hours. I thought stability was love. I paid the bills, fixed the house, planned for the future. She started staying out late, guarding her phone, laughing at messages she would not explain. When I finally confronted her, she did not deny it. She told me she met someone else, a man who made her feel alive again. She said she deserved happiness, and that I should want that for her. She moved out within a week. Divorce followed quickly. She took what she could. I kept the house, mostly because she did not want it. She wanted freedom. She wanted him. I watched her drive away that last day and thought my life was over. I was wrong. The first year nearly broke me. Friends chose sides. Some stopped calling. Others told me to move on, as if grief had a switch. I slept on the couch because the bedroom felt haunted. Every corner of the house carried echoes of promises that meant nothing now. But pain does something useful if you let it. I started running at night because sleep would not come, then lifting, then reading, then therapy, even though I swore I would never need it. I stopped drinking. I started saving aggressively. I rebuilt myself quietly. No dramatic posts, no public pity, just discipline and time. By the 2nd year, something unexpected happened. I stopped missing her. Around that time, I heard things through mutual acquaintances. Not because I asked, because people talk. The man she left me for was charming, ambitious, and reckless. He loved attention. He loved new beginnings. What he did not love was responsibility. She moved in with him fast, quicker than she ever did with me. They traveled, posted photos, smiled wide for the camera. Behind the scenes, he was cheating. Not once, not twice, constantly. She ignored the signs at first, then confronted him, then forgave him, over and over. Sound familiar? When she finally caught him red-handed, he did not beg. He did not apologize. He told her she was replaceable. And just like that, the fantasy collapsed. The message. 3 years after she left, I got a message request late one night. Her name popped up on my screen like a ghost. She said she had been thinking about me. Said she made the biggest mistake of her life. Said she finally understood what she lost. She asked if we could talk. I did not reply that night. I stared at the screen, not with anger, but with clarity. The next day, I said yes. I confront her. We met at a quiet cafe. Neutral ground, no memories attached. She looked different, tired, older in a way time alone does not explain. She smiled when she saw me, but it faltered when she realized I was calm, not bitter, not desperate. She talked for nearly an hour. She said she was sorry, said she had grown, said she now knew what real love looked like. She cried, softly, carefully, as if hoping the tears themselves would do the convincing. Then she asked the question she came for. Could we try again? I let the silence stretch. I watched her grip her cup like it was a lifeline. Then I asked her one thing. If he had not cheated on you, would you be here right now? She did not answer. That told me everything. Hidden truth. I told her there was something she did not know. After the divorce, I did not just survive. I rebuilt my life intentionally. I paid off the house she did not want. I changed careers, took risks I was too afraid to take when I was trying to keep everything stable for us. I told her I was engaged, not as a weapon, as a fact. Her face collapsed. I told her my partner knew my past, knew what betrayal did to me, and chose me anyway. Then I said the words I had practiced, without realizing it. You did not come back because you loved me. You came back because you ran out of better options. She tried to interrupt. I did not let her. I told her that when she left, she taught me something priceless, that love without loyalty is a liability. That being chosen only after someone else fails is not love, it is convenience. I paid for my coffee. I stood up. She was crying openly now. The reveal. Before I left, I gave her the final truth. I told her I had forgiven her a long time ago. Not for her sake, for mine. But forgiveness does not mean access. I told her that the man she left behind no longer existed. That version of me would have taken her back out of fear, out of habit, out of loneliness. The man standing in front of her had standards, and she did not meet them. She tried to contact me again. Messages, calls, apologies layered on guilt, layered on regret. I never responded. Weeks later, I heard she moved back in with family, that she struggled, that she talked about karma. Maybe it was, or maybe it was just consequences finally catching up. The lesson was simple, even if it took years to learn. You do not get to abandon someone, discover the world is colder than you expected, and then return expecting warmth. Some doors close quietly, and some stay closed forever. So Reddit I plus audience, I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. A week later, she started again, this time with emotion instead of apologies. Long messages about her mental health, about how lonely nights felt, about how no one understood her the way I once did. She framed it like vulnerability, but it was pressure wearing a softer mask. When I did not respond, she escalated. She reached out to my sister, telling her she was worried about me. She contacted an old friend, saying she feared I was shutting down emotionally. Suddenly people were asking if I was okay, if I was being too harsh, if maybe I owed her one conversation for closure. That was the manipulation, turning my boundaries into cruelty. Then came the drama. She sent a message saying she had lost everything, that she was at her lowest point, that if I ever truly loved her, I would not abandon her now. The irony almost made me laugh. I replied once, one sentence, I am not responsible for fixing what you chose to break. After that, nothing. No explanations, no debates, no emotional labor. She tried one last move weeks later, saying she had changed for real this time, that she was willing to wait, to prove herself, to start slow. That message stayed unread, because the truth was simple and final. I had already reconnected with myself, and that was something she could never compete with.